You are standing ankle-deep in something warm and sticky. You check your Apple Watch to see your heart rate. Wait, no. You look at the sun, because you are a teenage peasant girl in 1425. Domremy, France. It smells like burned hair, rotten cabbage, and absolute despair. The 100 Years' War is playing in the background, like a terrible Netflix series that just won't get canceled. Except, the blood is real. You are spinning wool, minding your own business, probably thinking about updating your TikTok dance. I mean, praying. Yes, praying. Suddenly, a flash. A flashbang from a tactical shooter. Light. Pure, blinding, terrifying light. You drop your AirPods. No, your wooden spindle. Voices, loud, echoing inside your skull. Saint Michael, Saint Catherine, Saint Margaret, they aren't sending you a WhatsApp voice note, and they are speaking directly to your soul. And their message? Kick the English out of France. Sure, easy. You are an illiterate 13-year-old girl.
Give it a rest, narrator.
Your combat experience consists of chasing away aggressive chickens, but you don't say no to glowing entities. Years pass. The voices get louder, more aggressive, like a GPS that keeps screaming, recalculating, go save the king. You are 16 now. Time to move. You pack your tactical backpack. Wait, you tie some rags to a stick. You walk to Vaucouleurs to speak to the local garrison commander, Robert de Baudricourt. You walk into his office. He is laughing. His men are laughing. You look like a joke. A dirty, uneducated child telling a hardened veteran that God sent you to win the war. He tells you to go back home. Probably suggests you get a good therapist.
Yes, sir.
No.
No,
He tells your cousin to slap some sense into you. But you don't leave. You sit outside, like a forgotten Uber Eats driver, waiting. You predict a French defeat at the Battle of the Herrings, days before the news arrives, when the messenger finally gallops in, confirming your spoiler alert. Baudricourt stops laughing. He looks at you, really looks at you. He gives you a horse, a sword, and a military escort. You cut your hair, short, practical. You put on a Kevlar vest. No. Men's clothing, armor, heavy, cold, unforgiving steel. You are riding to Chinon to meet the Dauphin, the uncrowned king, Charles VII. The journey is brutal. Bandits, English patrols, freezing mud. You don't care. The voices are your compass. You arrive at the court. It's a trap. Charles is hiding in the crowd. He put a decoy on the throne, like a cheap reality show prank. But you don't even blink. You walk right past the fake, straight to the real Charles, hiding in the corner like a coward. You bow. I am Joan the Maiden, you say,
You are the only
and you
one
whisper a
who
secret
can
in
lead
his ear.
us now.
A secret so deeply personal. Only he and God could know. His eyes widen. He is terrified. He is convinced. He sends you to Poitiers for a background check, not a quick Google search, a theological examination. Weeks of old, dusty men, priests and scholars, firing questions at you like a hostile press conference, trying to prove you are a witch, or crazy, or both. You don't flinch. Your answers are sharp, cutting through their academic nonsense like a chainsaw through butter. They check your virginity. Intrusive? Very. Welcome to the 15th century. Finally, they stamp your spiritual passport. Approved. Charles gives you an army. You, a peasant teenager, now holding the banner of France. White, studded with golden lilies. You send a letter to the English king, basically a politely worded email saying, "Get out or I will kill you all."
It is done.
I mean, you warn them in the name of God. You march toward Orléans. The city is starving, besieged, surrounded by English forts. The French generals want to take it slow. Hold a meeting. Create a PowerPoint presentation on siege tactics. You ignore them. You are not here to play chess. You are here to flip the damn board. You ride at the front. The wind hits your face. The smell of blood and wood smoke fills your lungs. You see the English barricades. You draw your sword, you scream, and you charge. No slow motion. No epic orchestral soundtrack playing in the background. But just the deafening roar of cannons. The sickening crunch of bones. You hit the English lines like a freight train. I mean, like a violently angry mob of heavily armored Frenchmen. You don't fight from the safety of a command tent. You are right there, in the mud, the gore. You see a man lose his head right next to you. You immediately call in close air support. Wait, no. You wave your white banner, screaming for the artillery to fire. May 7th, 1429. The brutal assault on Les Tourelles. The sky is raining arrows, a deadly whistling storm of steel and wood. You are climbing a wooden ladder, leading the breach. You hear a sickening whack. Pain. Absolute, blinding, soul-crushing agony. An English arrow pierces your shoulder, biting deep into muscle and flesh. You fall, hitting the dirt hard. Your HUD flashes a critical damage warning. No. Your warm blood pools in the freezing mud. The English cheer from the walls. The witch is dead. They start preparing their afternoon tea. Actually, they just yell horrific insults. Your men drag your limp body to cover. They quickly fetch the trauma kit. Apply some sterile gauze and a shot of morphine. Right. They pour hot olive oil and raw pig fat in the wound. You grab the wooden shaft of the arrow. You grit your teeth so hard they might crack, and you pull. Flesh tears, blood sprays. You scream, but you do not stay down. You chug a red energy drink. No. You close your eyes. You pray. You stand up. You grab your banner with your one good arm. And you walk straight back into the night. The English soldiers see it. They freeze. They literally drop their weapons in terror. Because human beings die when they are pierced through the chest. Only demons get back up. Panic spreads like wildfire. The fortress falls. Orléans is saved. You just broke a 6-month siege in 9 days. The momentum is completely insane. You are trending worldwide on Twitter. I mean, the bards are singing your name across every tavern in Europe. The Loire Valley campaign becomes a bloodbath for the invaders. Battle of Patay, the English try to tactically retreat. You run them over with a squadron of armored tanks.
Cut it out, narrator.
Wait, heavy French cavalry. It's an absolute massacre. More than 2,000 English dead in the dirt. 3 French casualties. A flawless victory royale. You march to Reims, deep, deep inside enemy territory. But nobody even tries to stop you. Cities surrender before you even knock on their gates. July 17, 1429. The cathedral. Cold stone walls. The heavy smell of burning incense. You stand proudly beside Charles. He receives the crown. The holy oil is poured. He is officially King Charles VII. You did it. Main quest completed. Roll the credits, right? Wrong. You want Paris. You want to finish the job and drive them into the sea. But politicians, they absolutely love a good Zoom meeting to discuss synergy. Wait, they love a cowardly treaty. Charles starts negotiating with the Duke of Burgundy, stalling for time, wasting your hard-earned momentum. You are furious. You attack Paris anyway. September. You stand before the massive, intimidating walls of the capital, shouting for them to surrender immediately. The crossbow bolt hits you squarely on the thigh. You tumble into the mud. It smells aggressively like human waste. Because it is human waste. You refuse to retreat. You scream for your men to bring fascines to cross the water. But your newly crowned king? He orders the mandatory withdrawal. He unplugs your controller right in the middle of the boss fight.
Seriously? Narrator?
The dynamic shifts entirely. Voices in your head. They change their tune. They don't promise glorious victory anymore. They promise capture. Spring 1430. Compiègne. You are desperately defending the town against the Burgundians. You lead a sortie out of the gates. A quick, aggressive strike. But it's a trap. An ambush. Hundreds of enemies swarm you from the flanks. You try to pull out your smartphone and order an emergency Uber. No. You violently spur your horse toward the safety of the city gates. But the heavy wooden drawbridge, it's already going up. They are locking you out, and you are stuck outside the walls. Your own people just left you on red. Wait, they left you to the wolves. A heavily armored Burgundian archer grabs your cloak. He violently yanks you down. You hit the dirt, hard.
Go, you beast.
Steel clashes around you. You frantically try to use Face ID to unlock your emergency beacon. No, you draw your sword.
Too many!
But there are too many.
They're on
They
top
swarm you. They pile on top of your battered body. You are a prisoner of war. You wait in a cold cell, waiting for King Charles to pay your ransom, to send a tactical extraction team, or at least a heavily armed rescue party. You wait and wait. Silence. Complete, deafening, cowardly silence from the king you crowned. Instead, the English open their Bitcoin wallets. I mean, they pay 10,000 livres to buy you. You are property now. Transferred to Rouen, the dark, fortified heart of English-occupied France. Your cell is an absolute nightmare. Dark, freezing, smelling violently of mold, human waste, and rot. You don't get a comfortable mattress and an hour of supervised yard time. You get heavy, rusted iron chains, locked tightly to your ankles. English guards are always inside the cell, watching you, mocking you. You keep your men's clothes on tightly,
already, aren't we?
secured with dozens of thick, knotted cords, because you know exactly what they want to do to you in the dark. The tribunal begins. Bishop Pierre Cochon presides, a man completely bought and paid for by the English crown. They desperately want to execute you, but they need a legal reason to ban your account permanently. Wait, they need to prove you are a heretic. Dozens of highly educated men interrogating you daily, exhausting your mind. And they lay a lethal theological trap. A trick question. Do you know if you are in God's grace? If you say yes, it's heresy. No mortal can claim that. If you say no, it's a direct confession of guilt. Checkmate. They lean forward, waiting for you to fail. But you look right at them, through the grime and the extreme exhaustion. If I am not, may God put me there.
If I am not,
And if I am,
may
may God so keep me.
And if I am, may God
Dead
so
silence in the
keep me.
courtroom. The judges literally drop their quills. You just outsmarted the greatest theologians in Europe, without ever stepping foot in a classroom. But weeks turn into agonizing months. You fall sick, vomiting, feverish, terrified. They drag your weakened body to the cemetery of Saint-Ouen. They point to the fire, the massive wooden stake. They scream at you to sign a confession and to urgently accept their new terms of service. No, to abjure your visions. You break. You are only 19. You are terrified of burning alive. Your hand shakes as you mark the paper. They give you address, back in your freezing cell. Days pass. The voices return, weeping for your treason, screaming that you betrayed God to save your own skin. The guards steal your dress. they throw your male clothing back at you. Or maybe you put the pants on willingly to protect yourself from assault. It doesn't matter. Cauchon walks in. He sees the pants. His cold eyes light up with malicious joy. A relapsed heretic. That is the ultimate golden ticket. Your fate is permanently sealed. May 30th, 1431. The old market square in Royale. Thousands of people watching, waiting eagerly for the live stream to start. No, waiting for the brutal execution. As they tie you to a massive plaster pillar, unusually high above the crowd, so the executioner cannot secretly strangle you to end your misery. You must feel every second of the fire. You ask for a cross. An English soldier, taking pity, makes one out of 2 broken sticks. You tuck it inside your shirt, pressing it against your rapidly beating heart. The executioner approaches. He lights the match. He brings the blazing torch. The dry wood catches instantly. The smoke thickens, suffocating, acrid. The blistering heat hits your legs first, searing, unimaginable, mind-shattering agony. Your skin begins to boil and peel away. The flames climb higher, wrapping around you like a hungry beast. You scream the name of Jesus, over and over, loud enough to echo over the horrifying crackle of burning flesh. Then, the thick smoke completely consumes you. Your head falls forward. The flames roar. Your charred ashes are carefully gathered and thrown into the cold, dark waters of the Seine. So no one can collect relics. No respawn point. No saving the game. In the end, a quill, a drop of ink, and all that you were became history. You were Joan of Arc.